Hello everyone, welcome to Ieee Xpert. So today we are going to see project about application of blockchain for secure banking transaction. So in today world, we are enlarged to do various security problem in online domain. For example, if you are doing any transaction with the Google Pay, banking, everything means there is a fraud things. Okay, there is a chance of fraud. So what we are going to do means we are going to apply the blockchain in banking technology. So first of all, we have to see what is called as blockchain. Blockchain called as a cryptographic hash function. By using various hash formula, it will convert those data, banking data into cyclic blocks. Each and every blocks connected with one and only things. So there is no chance of fraud. Okay, there is no chance of data leakage. So that's the major advantage of blockchain. So we are going to apply that blockchain technology into the banking system. So these are the base paper for the project. So directly I'm going for the PPT explanation. So secure banking transaction using blockchain technology. This is our project. In abstract, I mentioned that in the era of digital economy, there is chances for security leakage. So nowadays everyone doing digital transaction only. We are not going to bank for the amount transfer and everything. So everyone going with the digital transaction. For example, Google Pay as well as banking app. We are using those kind of things only. Corporate kind of things using website for banking transaction. So there is a chance of data leakage. Where the chance of data leakage means you are storing those data in the website in a SQL, for example, database they are using in bank. So there is a chance of data leakage. So in the data storage only we are going to apply the blockchain technology. So this is the project abstract. Then objective given, project scope. The major scope was to address the existing security problem. To overcome the existing security problem in the online banking domain, we are going to apply the blockchain technology. So this is the custom made application. We are not using any existing application. This is the custom made application for the specific bank. These are the things we are going to use here. So domain already I mentioned it. Domains comes under the blockchain. So this is the literature survey of the project. Existing paper considered. What is the existing paper, existing technology they have used. The overall problem was digitalization leads to the major security issue in the banking sector. So digitalization means Google Pay, Phone Pay, banking app, banking website. So though we are using online mode of payment. So there is a leakage of payment issue. That's the major drawback here. So to overcome that only we are going to apply blockchain technology. So in existing, everyone using centralized system. What's the meaning of centralized system means? So all the data, for example, seller data, buyer data, so the sender data, receiver data, companies data, all the things comes under the single storage, single database. If someone hacked that single storage, centralized database means all the data will be leaked. Okay, that is a major drawback here. So also in the database, if you are, for example, person A, person named A transacting to the person named B means all the data stored in the name A and B only. So here, if someone hacked the database means they comes to know. So person A transferred this much of amount to the person B, this much of amount, this date, everything they can access. That is the major problem here. Those data stored as a same data. There is no security involvement. Okay. So for that, so for overcoming that issue only, we are going to for the proposed system. So as I mentioned earlier, centralized system prone to the data leakages, as well as if you are going for the centralized storage means that you need large number of storage for storing all these data. Okay, that is the major problem. So for that overcoming those issues, we are going for the online system, online banking system with blockchain. Also the decentralized. So here, what are the data you are giving now in the blockchain, in the server, in the website? Those data converted into cryptography hash function, it will store in the different place, different SQL place. So in different SQL place as well as storing in the hash format only. No one will comes to know whom you are transferred, how much money you are transferred, what is the date. No one will comes to know that. Okay, that is the major advantage here. Also, this is the efficient system. There is no involvement of the third party, so it can be used by everyone. Okay, there is a transparency as well as cost reduction also involved. This is the proposed system as I mentioned. This is the overall system architecture. User can create the account, transfer the amount, those data stored in the blockchain format. You can see your transaction history, everything. Okay, here you are using MD5 algorithm for generating the cryptography hash function. Okay, so admin can access all the details here. So this is the overall system architecture. Advantage of project was it will give the more security system to the system, confidentiality as well as transparent system. So user can access everything. Run the system in offline mode. You don't need internet for this. Okay, so it will provide accurate and reliable information. There is no errors in that. So this is the system specification. As I mentioned earlier, we need basic system for the run this project. Operating system, you need Windows, iOS, everything. Programming language, we are using Java, HTML as well as Python for this project. So ID, you can run with any Python ID, PyCharm, Anaconda ID, any Python ID you can use. So in conclusion, we have mentioned that this project gives the better solution for the technology. So blockchain provides more security when compared to the existing system in the blockchain banking domain. So this is the completely decentralized domain. Admin can access each and every data. Okay, you can see your blockchain data stored in the project. Okay, everything we can see. So this is the reference of the project. So without wasting much time, directly I'm going to run the project. So now I am going to run the project. Okay, this is the project folder. Here the project codings and everything pasted here. Okay, so this is the project coding folder. This project used the Django framework to run the project. So this is the Django framework main things. So subcodings are placed here. So I'm going to run the main coding. So for that I'm going to copy the project location. So just I'm copying the project location. Just I'm going to use Anaconda for the running the project. Just I'm opening the project environment. So after opening the project environment, I'm going to paste cd space project location, then enter. Then I'm going to use Python space manage.py space run server. This one I'm going to use Python space manage.py space run server. This one I'm going to use. So now project has been run. So this is the project main location. So I'm going to copy the project address. I'm going to paste it in the address bar. So this is the project home page. So this is the project home page. So if you need to purchase the project means call Ieee Xpert. So this is the project main home page. What you are going to do means first of all you have to create the admin of the project. So you have to create admin for this. So for that what you have to go do means go to the control panel, Control C. Then you have to type Python space manage.py space create super user. See that Python manage.py space create super user. You have to give create super user. It will create the admin of the project, admin of the bank. Then enter. It will ask the username. What I'm going to do means I'm going to give Madan1 as the username. Just I'm giving enter. It asking for the mail ID. What I'm going to do means I'm going to give my mail ID as a contact. Sorry. Xpert Ieee at gmail.com. Xpert Ieee at gmail.com. This mail ID I'm giving. So it asks for the password. Just I'm giving 123 as a password. Again password 123 again. Enter yes. So then give yes or no. So I'm just giving yes, Y and enter. So what it will do means create super user created successfully. Then what you have to do means you have to go for the mail ID which you are given. So it will go through the here xpertieee at gmail.com. You can see that your account has been created. So you can get the message like that you have got everything. Okay. Then you have to scan the QR code to activate the account. Just what I'm doing means I'm going to click the QR code. See that it given on QR code. What you have to do means you have to scan that QR code in the Google Authenticator. So I'm just connecting my mobile here. So you have to go to the Google Authenticator. So in your mobile, just open Google Authenticator. So in Google Authenticator, you can see the plus button. Click the plus button, then scan QR code. You found one mail in your inbox. If you open to the Xpert Ieee, you can find one mail ID. Just click that. So you have to again run the project with the you have to again run the project with the run server. You given run server means it will give the QR code. Just scan the QR code. So if you scan the QR code means you can find the username Madan1. So the OTP will be always changing here. So like that you have to always enroll the users. So after account enabled, you have to go to the home page, project home page, then use login. So as well as we know already, we have created username Madan1. Then we are given password as a 123. Then is asked for the OTP token. Your Google Authenticator app. You have to go to the Google Authenticator app. So in your Google Authenticator app, what you have to do means you have to go for the username Madan. See that it OTP always changing now. You have to enter that OTP. You have to enter that OTP in your mobile, in your system. I'm just giving the OTP 874505 as a OTP. So it login. That OTP. You have to enter that OTP in your mobile or in your system. I'm just giving the OTP 874505 as a OTP. So it login. It login. So then what you have to go to the, you have to go to the create user. In create user, first of all what you have to do means you have to create the manager. You have to create the manager. What I'm going to do means I'm going to give the manager username. Manager username as a manager 2. For example, I'm giving manager username as a manager 2. Last name M. Username manager 2. Username manager 2. So just I'm giving one mail ID. For the manager, you have to use the different mail ID. For manager, you have to use the different mail ID. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give any separate mail ID for this. So I'm having one mail ID. Hold on for a second. So I'm just giving one mail ID LR63 blockchain. This mail ID I'm giving. So I will give this mail ID as a manager mail ID. So I given LR63 blockchain as a manager mail ID. So I just given confirm mail ID. So phone number, you can use any random phone number. We don't need any phone number here. But you have to give the date of birth for this. So just I'm giving some date of birth for the manager. So as I mentioned earlier, you have to give manager first, then submit. So you can see user created. What you have to go means you have to go to the LR blockchain, that mail ID. You can find new mail ID. You can find new mail ID. So you can see that here. So you have received one mail here. As I mentioned earlier, you have to click the first mail. It asked for the mail ID of the manager. You have to set your mail ID. For example, I'm giving Madan $123 as a mail password. Then Madan $123. Just I'm giving as a password. Then you have to submit. So now it's created. What you have to do means you have to go to the same mail ID again, which you are given. So it's showing account created. LR blockchain. Where is that mail ID? LR blockchain. This is the mail ID. You can find here account has been created. So for confirming that account, you have to again enable the QR code. See that you have received one QR code here. Just click the QR code. As I mentioned earlier, just to open Google Authenticator, just click the QR code. Just click the QR code. Scan the QR code. You can find Google Authenticator. Just click the QR code. Just click the QR code. Scan the QR code. You can find manager 2 authenticator. So manager 2 authenticator. So like that you can ask for the OTP. So now you can again log out. You can log in as a manager. So just I'm going for the manager 2. Password I given Madan $123. This password I given. Then it asks for the OTP. As you know already, you have to use Google Authenticator OTP here. So 427 270. This OTP always changing for every 10 seconds. Every 10 seconds it's always changing. So you have to use Google Authenticator for authenticating each and every time. So it's used for converting that data into blockchain. Just give submit. See that now you can find the manager function. So these are the details generated by the manager. What you have to do means you have to give reset PKA. Reset PKA used for the conversion of blockchain. Okay, just to go to reset PKA, dash for the OTP. Just open your Google Authenticator. Just enter the OTP token of the manager 422497. Just submit. See that PKI submitted. Okay, it's configured. Now you can go for the home page. Okay, like that. Again, I'm using admin login. So for admin, I'm using Madan 2. So password I mentioned here admin 123. So OTP for the Madan 2 was 925726 at the time in my Google Authenticator. Just submitted. What you have to do again means you have to create user. This time you have to use employee creation. So I'm just using employee. I'm giving employee name as a employee 2. Just I'm using employee 2 as a username. Last name was E. Username was employee 2. Email address for the employee. I'm using this mail ID. I'm using one more mail, contact.technos@gmail.com. This mail ID I'm going to use for the employee. So I'm just giving this mail ID. So phone number 887777445566. I'm giving. So employee date of birth, you have to give any date of birth for the employee. I just give an employee. Then I'm going to submit. Sorry, manager already created. Submit. So now I submitted. Okay, then you can go for the account of the Technos. You can find set account password. Just click reset. Then give for the employee mail Madan $123. I'm giving same password for remembering purpose. Madan $123. I'm giving as a password for remembering purpose. Just submit. So see that it login. Now you are going for the same mail ID again means you can find your account created. To activate the account, you have to scan the QR code. Just click confirm account. It will go for the QR code. As I mentioned earlier, what you have to do means you have to open your Google Authenticator. Just scan the QR code. That account has been enabled. Okay, same purpose for everyone. Now what you are going to do means I'm going to log out. Again, I'm going to log in with the admin. So as I know earlier, admin name was Madan 2, password 123, given admin password. Then I have to give OTP for the Madan 2. Madan 2 OTP 968355. So this one I'm going to submit. So now what you have to do means you have to create separate user. For example, you have to use merchant. Then you have to use individual user. Like that, you have to create 4 different accounts. 4 different admin already created. Then you have to create manager. Then you have to create employee. Then you have to create merchants. Then you have to create individual user. Like that, you have to use 4 different mail ID for 4 different accounts. You have to activate each and every account. That is the main procedure here. Okay. So now I'm going to use now I'm going to make some transactions. For made some transaction, I'm going to log in with the user. So what I'm going to means I'm going to use logout button. So just I'm using login. So already I created various users. For example, one user I'm going to log in. What user I'm going to use means I'm going to log in with the user 6. User 6 I'm going to use. Password for the user 6 was Madan $123. Common password for each and every project. Madan $123. So you can change your password in settings. That's not an issue. Then I'm going to use OTP for the user 6 957067. This is the OTP for the user in the Google Authenticator. Now you can see individual user name was user 6. That is the individual user means the person you are going to use banking account. Complete account managed by the employee, then assigned to the manager. This is the main things here. Okay, manager 2, manager 1, like that it will vary. Employee 1, employee 2, employee 3, like that it will vary. So this account managed by the employee 1 and the manager was manager 1. So total account balance was, currently I am having 1100 rupees. So this is the thing. What I'm going to do means I'm going to see my transactions here. For example, you have to see, you can see the, just a minute, hold on for a second. You can see your profile. So my name was username, where this account created on the July 11th. So everything you can change your name, everything, blah blah blah, something you can change everything. So then what I'm going to do means I can check the account balance and everything. So this is my username 6. My account was this one, my account. So this one my account name, just I am copied my account name. Okay, I copied my account name. What I'm going to use means I'm going to log in with the merchant means from where you have to transfer the amount, from where you have to pay the bill, like that. Merchant, just I'm copying the project address. I'm going to use different browser for this. In browser I'm pasting the project address, then login. I'm going to use the merchant 2. Username was merchant 2. Password I given Madan $123. As I mentioned earlier, you can change password anytime. So that is the username for merchant 2. Sorry, merchant 1. OTP token for the merchant 1 was 094822 given. See that this account number is managed by the employee 1. The account manager was manager 1. I'm having 900 rupees as a balance. Now I can see the account balance and everything. See that everything you can see. If you want to change the bank account, new account means request new account. So you have to click submit. If you submit, it means request to employee, then you have to request for the new account. What you have to do means you have to go to the same thing, same project. Now I'm going to log in with the employee. So login, just I'm using employee username. Password was Madan $123 password. So I'm going to use the OTP for the employee in the Google Authenticator app 671115. So I'm submitted. See the things. This is the dashboard for the employee. What you have to do means user request pending for approval. Click that. For merchant wanted to create the account, you have received the request from your merchant. Just click that. Whether you can decline or approve, your wish. Just I approved. So request approved. Directly if you're going for the merchant account means, so this is the merchant account. Now I can refresh the things means view your account balance. You can see two accounts here. So one account having 0 balance and another account having 900 rupees balance. So another account having 900 rupees balance. See the things. So for accessing this project database, what you have to do means you have to having the WAM server. Just I'm opening my WAM server. So this is the database of the project. This is the complete database. So this database completely maintained by the admin. So admin only having access of this database. What I'm going to use, I'm going to open the WAM server of the project. So just I'm open localhost. So here you can find SBS. SBS means secure banking. Okay. Then you can find all these data, all the data of the user. For example, if you're going for the edit user card, so this is the various cards. For example, you can go for the accounts. You can find the various accounts here. Okay, various accounts here. For example, if you want to go to the merchant, first merchant address means, so just go to your merchant accounts. You can find the merchant on account. So you're having 900 rupees balance. So 99 last digit was 99049. This is the merchant account number. Ending digits no. For example, if admin want to add some amount in the merchant account means he paid some amount to the bank, you have to add that amount in his account directly. Okay, what you have to do means admin have to go to the server, Just select that account, particular account. So see that 99409. Just click edit. You can add some amount. For example, I'm adding 1,000 rupees additionally. So 1,900 additional amount. So just click. So bank admin added some amount in the merchant account. That is the user account. If merchant refreshed means see that balance increased 1,900 rupees. The account increased. So if you want to transfer fund to someone means if you want to transfer some fund to someone means what you have to do, that person account number you need. So what I going to do means I'm going to transfer amount to the user 6. User 6 I'm going to transfer the amount. For example, user 6 I have to transfer the amount. I need user 6 account number. Just click that. I'm just clicking the user 6 account number. Just copy the user 6 account number. Then I'm coming to the merchant account. Then I'm going for the client account. In client account, I'm clicking the user 6 account number, submitted. Okay, so this account already exited. So what I'm going to do means I'm going to log in with the user 5. Just I'm going to log in with the user 5. So for user 5, I'm going to use username as the user 5. Password was Madan $123. You can set any password. OTP token was user 5 760936. So just submitted. So what I'm going to do means view your account balance. I can see my account number and balance. So user 5 don't having any fund in his account. Just sharing his account number to the merchant, the sender. Okay, the person who going to transfer the amount. Just I'm sharing the account number to the sender. So enter the client account. Just submit the things. So see that request sent to user 5. Now user 5 going to see his home page. Then you have to see for the request received. See that merchant to create the account. Just create, approve. Now merchant 1 and user 5 can transfer the fund. Okay, request approve. Now merchant 1 and merchant 1 and user 5 can transfer the account. Just what I'm going to do means I'm going to merchant account. Then I'm going to transfer the fund. So go to transfer fund. Then click the accounts. So from account merchant. So receiver was user 5. How much amount you are going to transfer means I'm going to transfer 500 rupees. Just click submit. That's it. So it asks for the OTP. Again, what you have to do means you have to go to the Google Authenticator app. Then you have to give the OTP of the merchant 1. So merchant 1 was 077872. This is the OTP. Just I'm giving submit. So transaction created. This transaction has been created. Now what I'm going to do means I'm going to the user 5. Then I'm going to the account balance. If I'm clicking the account balance means I didn't see any fund here, but he transferred to 500 rupees. I didn't see any fund. So first of all, this employee have to proceed your fund. Employee have to approve your transfer. Then only amount will be credited. What you have to do means you have to go for the employee page. So this is the employee. In employee you have to see the request pending for the pending transaction assigned to you. Click that. See that pending transaction ID 2 created by the merchant. You can see the date, timing and everything. Just click that. So if you want to approve the transaction means again you have to give your OTP. Employee 1 OTP. So employee 1 OTP was 809159. This is the employee OTP. Just click approve. PKI verified failed. It's showing PKI verified failed means the employee have to reset his PKI public ID. Just click that PKI ID. Enter the OTP of the employee 125199. Click that submit. PKI is configured. Now just go to the employee username for the employee, OTP for the employee, just click, then pending transaction, created things, then give the OTP again 093292. This is the OTP for the employee. So I'm giving OTP, correct OTP means. So it processing the things. Transaction approved. Your transaction has been approved. Now go to the user account. So this is the user file account, In user file account, if you go for the account and balance means you can find the account, you received your 500 rupees successfully. So now you can come to know where the blockchain applied. Okay, those transaction details are to stored in the database now. So just go to the database, project database. So this is the project database. Now you can see the all the details here, all the data of the banks, everything you can see here. Okay, everything. Now go to the user groups. Sorry. Now you can go for the transaction details. So in transaction details you can find your transaction approved by someone, everything you can see. If you want to see your blockchain data means just click the public key, you can see all the keys, okay, used to transfer the fund. This is the blockchain key used for this project. Okay, this is the blockchain key used for the project. So okay, each and every data is used by the blockchain hash forms. This is the hash form of the transaction, complete data stored and the hash forms. You can find everything. It's the backend process. This public key automatically changing while you are doing transaction and everything. Okay, so if you go for the app user means you can see your password, app passwords. So for transaction password, everything you can find here. Okay, for each and every user. For example, if you go for the user one means app password, user two password, user three, every each and every transaction you can know. Okay, so this is the process of the whole project. If you want to go to the admin means you can use the admin name. Then you can use different name also, as I mentioned earlier. You can use different names also, different admin password also. You can set by your own things, not an issue. 643 submitted means you can see all the data. Okay, you can see the accounts of the each and every users, as well as you can see the user request pending for approval, everything you can access. Also you can see the transaction details, you can see view transaction logs, you can see the complete transaction logs, everything. Okay, everything admin can use. Okay, we all completed transactions. So first transaction data, as well as second transaction data, as well as second transaction data, each and every data admin can access. So okay, this is the overall project look. So after making the completion transaction completion, you have to go to the merchant account. Who transferred the amount? You have to go to the merchant account means you can see your transaction was completed. See that the transaction date and transaction everything you can find. Transaction was completed as well as your request approved. All the details you can get. Okay. If you want to purchase this project means please call IEEE Xpert. Okay. Thank you.